Are we good? Are we rolling?
We are rolling.
Hello.
Good morning on this
Welcome.
fine Saturday morning.
Welcome back to Lincon, ladies and gentlemen. I am here. I am here.
We are here.
We are here.
Yes.
I'm Daniel Porter. I'm here with
Jonas.
Headley, and we are here to bring you 9 rounds of Magic the Gathering today.
Today is going to be a long day full of magic, so take a seat and sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Unfortunately, we have had some technical difficulties going into round 1. We weren't able to cover the first game properly. However, we will be going over to them very shortly, just after sideboarding, and we've had a little bit of a talk.
Yeah,
and
we have 2 Commander Dreadhorde decks, which is so fun.
We'll have a chat about that in a second. But first
Yeah.
of all, a few notes about today. 85 players in this tournament. We are jam-packed. We have got 3 rounds of standard. Then there will be 6 rounds of limited split over 2 drafts. So there will be the actual draft pool there'll be the draft and then 3 rounds of limited and then a second draft and 3 rounds of limited. We'll then end there for the day for Saturday. We will go on to Sunday morning where there will be 3 rounds of standard. Then we will have 2 top tournaments to work through.
Yeah.
So the first top tournament is going to be the overall Swiss from the tournaments for today. And that will be a cut to top 8 based on their individual points.
Yep.
And the second tournament will be the Boutiques Mesterskap top 4.
Yeah, the bum.
The bum. And that will be decided by the total number of points that the teams have earned from yesterday's team standard and today's main standard event.
So the team has a lot of things to keep in track of.
Yes.
One thing to have...
I mean, the one thing you need to keep on track
Yeah.
of is just winning.
Yeah, exactly. And also we overheard the judges talk about this morning is that there's been a lot of difficulties to maintain control and knowledge about all the triggers that all the types of planeswalker has. So there's been a lot of call-outs and a lot of warnings, and they actually pointed out that make sure that the warning is going to be fair and all that. So
one of the big differences that War of the Spark has brought to the format is the planeswalkers with static abilities.
Yeah.
As a result, things like Teferi saying you can't cast spells at anything but sorcery speed.
yeah, you can't
and
play magic.
Tameo saying you can't make me discard cards
Yeah.
or sacrifice permanents.
Or specifically
stuff like this is very easy to miss.
Yeah, and Narset has this ability that says you can't draw more than 1 card.
And Ashiok has an ability that says you can't search your library.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to keep in mind. So we're back here, and we're going to watch game 2 here.
We're going to watch game 2. We have Nicholas Berilin, who is on 4-color Dreadhorde, versus Maximilian Höglund, who is on, I believe, Sultai Dreadhorde.
Yeah, Sultai Dreadhorde. And
Although his version seems quite interesting. Some of the things that he's gone for Soul Diviner, he's gone for Shaper's Sanctuary main.
And would you know, he has a Nexus of Fate in his sideboard.
And Nexus of Fate. Oh wow, I'm looking ecstatically forward to that. So, we've started off game 2. Nicholas won the first round with a flood of planeswalkers. I'm hoping we'll actually get a chance to show you.
Oh, the Wildworth Walker turn 2. That's the play you want to see.
I think he's going to match it. Is he going to match it? No, he's gone for Paradise Druid, going for the ramp instead. So, hopefully we get to show you the power of... Because this is a deck that's been sort of under the radar until a few of the online Magic Pro League players have started playing it.
Yep.
And now it's sort of really taking off. There are several versions of it. Nicholas has opted for the 4-color version, insisting on playing white for Teferi, mostly. But also... a little bit of extra support in the sideboard, which we can come to later.
Yeah, so Commander Dreadhorde is 6 mana sorcery. Choose any number of target creature and or planeswalker card in graveyards. Commander Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. Put them onto the battlefield under your control. So what you want to think about now is that you can pick cards from your opponent's graveyard as well, and with the Explore package along with Wildgrowth Walker, you can gain life, so you don't have to worry about the life loss.
What you're about to see here is the Simio with Tameo, the ability that you can... Did he actually... No, he didn't name Tristani.
That will be crazy.
Tristani is another one of those cool pieces of tech that Nicholas has in the sideboard to deal with the Commander Dreadhorde mirror.
Yeah.
Being able to regain control of everything that the opponent has taken from you.
And he's holding back off the Wild Growth Walker. And... Scanta.
It looks like Maximilian is going for a more traditional Sultai approach.
2 Scanta in the graveyard.
2 as Cantor is not traditional Sultai though.
Yeah, that's what I thought in the first game. We were kind
of... Tamio goes down.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I don't think any Planeswalkers stay particularly dead for too long in this this
we saw 3 Commander Dreadhorde the last game, so hoping to see more of them. It's a fun card. Jesus. Well,
hello. The standard metagame is calling. Time to wake up to this new amazing deck.
Just letting you know you have a new trigger. So what do you think?
I believe Branchwalker found a land. Here comes another Paradise Druid.
Okay, so the reason why Niklas didn't play the Wild Growth Walker, was it because he didn't have any more an exploration to follow up with that? Yeah.
If that's even Wild Growth Walker in his hand.
Is it not? That's a Sorin. That's an Elder Spell.
So he has a Dreadhorde, a Sorin. I don't know.
No, it's 2 Commander Dreadhorde in his hand.
Maximilian having a good, solid attack, I think.
So,
yeah,
it's only standard today. It's standard, limited, and drafts. And
we have standard. So is it only standard today, or are we going to be able to watch real format? Well, Freffy, I am happy to say that you will be able to watch some War of the Spark draft later, if that is your idea of a real format. However, if you were interested in watching Modern and Legacy,
you are 1 day short.
You are 1 day short. Yesterday was the day that you should have tuned in. And trust me, we were there for a bit of that as well. We were talking over the standard.
Oh yeah.
But watching over some of the Legacy coverage, that was pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
I watched my first Dread game in Legacy. I did not understand anything.
Linus offers the clean trade with everything, taking the 4 damage from Wild Growth Walker.
Is there 30? Oh my god. So Danny, will you please take a look at the...
We cannot confirm or deny any kind of condiments available at this event.
I like it.
The only source that we're running here is the source of these amazing decks that we're watching. And believe me, that is some spicy sauce.
What do you think Niklas' approach here is going to be?
Well, he's getting draw step, Field of Ruined. I think Niklas is, because he has the Dreadhorde in hand. He clearly doesn't care too much about losing his guys right now.
Okay,
I think what he wants to be doing is trying to cast Dreadhorde first.
So Niklas has 3 basics in his deck. He has a forest, a swamp, and an island. Typical.
He has forest and swamp in play.
No, I'm sorry. He only has 2. I'm looking at Maximilian's. He has 2 forests in his deck.
Okay, well in that case, Nicholas is in trouble because he has both of his forests in play.
Yep.
Nicholas, Assassin's Trophying the other non-basic. Now Maximilian will have picked up that there aren't any basics left in his deck. Nicholas is going to have to start ticking down Tamios in order to get back lands, and that is not where he wants to be.
I actually, to comment on Freffy here, I also watched the land text. It was, it's a nasty deck, and I really liked it. I actually understand what he was doing. I didn't understand the Dread at all. Most of it because all Christopher's card is in Japanese or something like that. I was like, turn 1. 85 cards in my deck is going... Oh.
Here comes Tamio.
So
Tamio ticks down, gets
Maximilian
back.
is oh well, there
this
you go.
is going to be painful.
Yep, he is.
I don't think this is where Nicholas wants.
Yeah.
And he's scooping it up. He is going to game 3.
Yeah.
He's decided, you stone raining all of my lands, me getting wastelanded repeatedly.
I think that Nicholas needs
Not where I wanna
be really careful about the Field of Ruins now.
But I don't know how he gets around that.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's the. I mean, he. No, he does not. I don't think he has an answer for. Okay, well. He has to get rid of Tamio. That's the way to get rid of the. So he can survive the 2 Field of Ruins. That
I
he
mean,
has.
if we saw in game 1, Nicholas having enough of an offensive start.
Yeah. Okay. So Maximilian is running a 3 Field of Ruin deck.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
For a 3-color deck, that is very intensive in land destruction.
Yeah. So he's basically playing like that, like a second, like a controller thing.
So it's sort of a hybrid between Dreadhawk and the land destruction deck that we've kind of seen.
Yeah.
Is he running Casualties of War by any chance?
Casualties of War.
The 6 mana spell.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it.
No.
No.
I don't think he probably needs to.
He has 4 assassin trophies though.
Nicholas's sideboard, I could
Does
maybe. I can maybe see some duresses coming in, but at the same time, if you end up duressing planeswalkers, they just come back with Dreadhorde. So it feels. We didn't even really get to see the proper power of Dreadhorde there. That just seemed like Sultai mid-range versus...
Yeah, it was too bad that you missed the first game because we had 3 Dreadhorde spells out. And...
Dreadhorde into Dreadhorde into Dreadhorde is like,
yeah.
Wow.
Such a horde.
I don't think this deck is anything to be sniffed at.
I mean, it goes at you hard. We are waiting for game 3 here with the 4-color Dreadhorde versus the Sultai Dreadhorde. I'm sitting here and trying to figure out what deck I would play if I had to play the Dreadhorde.
I think the 4-color... I understand Nicholas's approach with taking the 4-color. Teferi is very relevant in this meta.
Oh, I'll fix the mat. Jesus.
Oh
my god.
Tilted.
It's so tilted right now. Fix the mat.
Please, someone. Anyone.
I don't want to comment on the rats. I've seen the rats in play and I...
Can we ask the judge to see if we can get a rats deck on stream?
Yeah.
Just to watch it lose so the meme can die.
Rats. So many rats. Turn 1 go. Turn 2 rat.
Turn 2 rat. Turn 3 rat.
Turn
4
rat.
Cosmotronic wave your shit can't block.
It's a nice deck card name.
I really like the playmats down there as well.
Yeah.
The fact that they
the
mirror
best
off
part
each
is
other
I'm
like
going
that.
to get one.
Are you?
Yeah, you too. That's
Am I?
why I'm sitting here. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, that's a lot of Teferis.
Maximilian on this side.
So Teferi has a big
Looking-
impact in this tournament.
Right. I'm trying to look at Maximilian's hands first. Oh, they've both decided to keep.
Interesting. Let's see who has the... Oh,
There's the duress.
There you go.
Teferi.
Yeah, like I said, Teferi has been... He's in
How
every
many
single
Teferis
deck.
do you have to play?
All of them. So for interest, yep, we have the 4 Teferi. in Nicholas' deck.
Nicholas is going for 6 Teferi package, 4-time Reveler to Hero
Yeah.
of Dominaria.
Yeah, not the full 8, bro.
50% of his total Teferi count in his opening hand. However, did he draw a 3rd land? He only had 2 lands in his opener.
No,
But
did
if
he?
he draws the...
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I
Nice.
think he's fine.
I
Shocks.
think shocks into Teferi, I presume. He has Temple Garden up, so he has the white. Danny, I see some white.
Oh, is this Teferi?
I've been waiting for this.
Yes, I mean...
No, there's
Oh.
not a Teferi. Is it?
He's contemplating whether to play the Jade Light first. I don't blame him, actually.
No.
I don't know
Good
what
solid.
He's
Here you go.
opting for the Jade Light.
Yeah. Is it? Well, hit.
Druid, I think you dump that. Yes,
Yep.
you want to try and find the 4th land.
And hit.
Tristani,
Dump that too. That's a good, solid Jade Light Ranger exploration.
Worst case scenario, now he can just drop Teferi next turn, bounce something, and draw another card. He's got 2 more spins of finding that 4th land. He's doing really well.
Yep. Jade Light.
Jade Light comes down.
That's land.
Into land, into Soul Diviner.
Yeah. Soul Divine.
Soul Diviner is a very interesting choice in this deck.
I'm so interested in this deck. He's running 4 Assassin's Trophy.
I mean, he called his deck... is it Modo Bug?
Bug Dreadhorde.
Oh no, it's called Bug Dreadhorde on screen. I'm talking about what we wrote on the deck list paper.
Okay, so the deck name for him is he says Modo Bug question mark.
I don't know. It's a weird amalgamation of Dreadhorde and a couple of other cool Sultai tricks. Is he running any Crisis?
He does not.
Command the Dreadhorde up on screen right now.
There you go.
The key linchpin in both of these matchups.
Yeah.
So the idea is that you can dump enough critical mass in the graveyards in order to be able to play a big Commander Dreadhorde, but you combine that with the Explore package with Wild Growth Walker and combine it with Wild Growth Walker, combine it with Jade Light Ranger.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to gain enough life that Commander Dreadhorde doesn't bother you, and you effectively get the mass reanimation for free.
Yeah. And so the reason why Tammy is so good in this type of decks is that you can actually name a card and you put a lot of stuff into the graveyard. You're using her plus ability to choose an online card, and then you can reanimate it if you so like, but also use the Elder Spell to get a lot of stuff back.
Exactly. Nicholas untapping. I think I said earlier, I think Tristani Discordant is definitely a very smart choice for the mirror here. Being able to... He has found a 4th land. Being able to reanimate Tristani... or reanimate Tristani to get back all the stuff that's been stolen from you by the opponent's Dreadhorde, while they take all the life damage for it, seems fair.
Yeah. Tristani is It's a card I haven't seen so much in play, but it's...
I used to play it a bit in the old Green-White Tokens deck.
Yeah, so... But
not normally for the other ability. I remember specifically seeing that other ability and thinking to myself, why is that there?
Yeah, and
is
now
there
we know.
something coming up that is going to
Yeah.
require that ability to be there? And you know, now we kind of know.
Yeah, so... And of course we're talking about at the beginning or end step, each player can gain control of all creatures they own. So if Maximilian and Niklas take something from their opponent's graveyard, it's going to bounce back to them.
2/1/1s with lifelink and having an Anthem Infect in play aren't anything to sniff at either. Okay, unfortunately Niklas again, both basics in play. Now Maximilian's at a point where he is just starting to blow up lands again.
Yeah.
How many basics is he running?
2 forest.
I'm on about Maximilian.
Oh yeah, Maximilian is running 3. Forest, swamp, and island.
Okay, so we can just... So he's got all 3 of his basics in place. So if his fields are in again, he won't be able to get anything else out.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's see how this plays out.
Into Tamio, decides to dump it.
Yeah.
Explores
Wow.
again into Wild Growth Walker, decides to dump it.
Huh.
I guess he's not scared of Commander Dreadhorde anytime soon. I can understand that.
He's down on
Nicholas
12.
not having to worry about any spells being cast during his turn. The only real thing Nicholas has a big enough concern about right now.
Next to Fairy.
Oh.
This is a big play. So he's gonna
going
tuck
to
it.
Tuck Jade Light Ranger.
And he's going to plus the second to Fairy after that.
Jade Light goes in, hits for 4, down to 8, I believe. Small Teferi ticks up, passes turn.
I mean, the fairies are so good.
Teferi is just a good card.
Yeah, it's a solid good
It's almost
card.
like people have been saying that since the first Teferi.
Yeah. And
It's almost like modern players have been saying that.
yeah,
It's almost like the occasional vintage player has been saying that. Teferi, why?
he has a Trostani.
Oh, we
in
got a
hand.
reader. Got a reader of Tristani. He's like, wait, I can't steal that.
Well, he can, but you know.
Or maybe he just ignored that last line and thinks to himself, oh, I'll have an army of tokens.
Yeah. So, an Elder spell maybe? No, here we go.
There's a Dreadhorde.
He's on 8 life though. You need to.
Yeah, he can't take
He
too
needs
many
to be
things without
really,
having
really
to
careful
try
now.
and
Because
I think his best approach right now, because of course
he's trying to gain life. I think he's going to try to gain some life back with wild growth.
he's taking 6 going down to 2
What? Oh shit!
and not gaining any life back off of that.
Sorry for that.
That is very
I
scary
like
for
it.
him.
I like it. Now he's going to start to
'Cause
do the
now-
Nexus loop. No.
Now, Tiny Teferi can bounce something. Probably Nicholas's Paradise Druid. Oh no, it's
No,
it has
it's
hexproof.
hexproof.
Hexproof as long as it's on tap.
Yeah, but the thing
here's
is
the
that
thing. Here's the thing. He's got 2 creatures in play. If he can clear the other 2 creatures, then Nicholas just wins.
he's going to tuck the Wild Growth Walker,
Bounces the Wild Growth Walker.
negating the
Casts down the Soul Diviner.
I.
Teferi bounces the
Oh,
other Soul Diviner.
nice.
Goes in for contact, and that is game.
Wow,
That is 2-1 to Nicholas with 4-color Dreadhorde.
solid play from both players.
I would have loved to see the Dreadhorde deck played against something else, but wow, really demonstrating that Dreadhorde is a deck that should not be messed with there.
And also we see the weakness in the Dreadhorde actually, because you need to really be careful what you're bringing back in what type of situation, since you're losing. I presume more than X life.
I mean, I understand why he did that.
Yeah, of course
because
he needed to
there was 6 power on board, and he wouldn't have been able to Dreadhorde for anything had he not at least tried.
Yeah.
I don't believe there was any Jade Lights in the graveyard for him to try and gain some life back.
No, it wasn't. I mean, if he was able to bring both the Wild Growth Walker and like a Jade Light Ranger in,
Oh,
he would
if
have.
there was a Jade Light Ranger to
he
come
would
back
gain-
as well,
yeah.
it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Without that, it looked like he was just trying to go for blockers and was not able to pull it off. But
Good
that's
game.
Okay. Well played, gentlemen. Shout out to the Pikachu deck box.
Pikachu doing
Whoever's that might be.
fun game, very fun first game. I'm happy to not see like a big control, since we saw that a lot yesterday.
Oh,
Just to get the
yes.
variation going.
So one of the big differences you're going to see between team constructed and regular constructed is that the team has to split their card pool between 3 players. Out there right now, it's a free for all, so anyone can play pretty much anything they want.
Yeah.
With the team construction limits, you end up having so many of these decks. So many of the teams narrowed down to about the same 3 decks, which is like Esper, Mono Red, and something with green.
Yeah. Something.
Or Mono White is thrown in there as well.
Yeah. Or Mono Blue,
Or
which
Mono
I love.
Blue. Shout out to Mono Black.
Where are you at? Where you at, bro?
We miss you, Dreadshade.
Yeah.
We miss you, everyone.
Mono Black Chromatic Lantern. Where you at?
But yes, that will be the end of round 1 for us. I believe, will be coming back momentarily with some more standard coverage.
We are hoping to see some white weenies actually.
Oh, are we?
Yes, we are.
Is that what you've
Yes,
requested?
I did. Yes.
You've requested to see some mono white.
Yes.
Well, those of you who are fans of the event deck, we've got you covered. So,
if you're looking to see something specific, hit us up with the Twitch, and we'll see what we can do.
yes, of
We're
course.
doing this for you guys.
As the rounds get later on, we're going to have to pick the people who are going to be higher up in the standings.
Yeah.
But early game, if there's any interesting decks that pop up that you might want to see, I for one am quite interested in seeing the Super Friends lists.
Yeah, we
Just not the Esper one.
Yeah, we'll have the Jeskai control.
That's me basically admitting, what does Danny want to see today? More Teferi. Please. I need more Teferi.
But if we're walking into the Jeskai, I want to see the Sarkhan. Just
I
go
want
in.
to see.
and
I want to see the Sarkhan kills. I want to see Kazmina see play. Just Teo occasionally in the sideboards. There's so weird things you can do with that deck.
Oh, the title still says Modern SM Legacy.
We should update the title.
Well, okay, no, yeah.
Okay.
Response.
It says SM from
Counter target comment.
At least now. I veto your comment.
Oh shit.
But yes, do we have an estimation on how long until the next round begins?
No.
It's not time in the round yet.
Alright.
In that case, we can talk just a little bit more about the standard format in general.
Yeah, so the standard format right now is quite heavily into Planeswalker since the new War of the Sparks, of course.
War of the Sparkers, of course, have mixed up the metagame a hell of a lot.
Yeah, so Esper control, Esper in general before the War of the Sparks was like a very hard control. It was basically a land go, counter, and then into the Teferi to control the board state. Now it waltzes into more of a mid-range deck. We have the new star of the game, Hero Precinct 1, the 2/2, which allows you to get a lot of bodies out there with the multicolor spells, which Esper has.
You had a few Hero Precinct 1 decks pop up here and there in Allegiance, but I think with the addition of some of the new tech from War of the Spark, you've really pushed it over there. You get, at least in Esper, stuff like D-Spark, stuff like Tyrant Scorn.
Yeah. Tyrant Scorn is a massive bugger.
It does a hell of a lot of work.
Yeah.
I also would like to iterate that the meta that you're probably going to see on paper is probably very difficult. The meta you're going to see on paper is probably very different to the meta that you will see on Magic Arena, for example.
Oh yeah.
On Magic Arena, you tend to find a lot of people on mono red, but the control deck of choice actually tends to be Grixis.
Yeah, because it's fun to play.
For one thing, it's quite fun to play. For another thing, it's a lot easier to get multiple copies of the Nicol Bolas cards.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to get them on paper, whereas Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, is not as easily accessible because M19 wasn't hugely drafted.
Something that is quite interesting when you're talking about Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, is that it spiked in price after War of the Sparks. Since, I mean, it's more. Is it more expensive than the new Nicol Bolas?
I don't believe so. I think what you're finding is that the two complement each other quite well, thanks to the rules update from Ixalan, where having both Bolases in play isn't an issue.
Yeah.
But you still have, I think the best interaction with that deck in particular is being able to flip small Bolas so that big Bolas can start +2ing to draw more cards, and then you can start ultimating the God Dragon faster.
So I'm just going to check the price trend here. Okay, there you go. So
wow,
so as I thought, the new Nicol Bolas, which allows the Grixis to go all out, is
quickly see something.
So it's stupid money right now. So the Nicol Bolas Ravager right now is trending at a whooping price of 235 crowns.
So as a result, that's probably not why you're going to see as much Grixis control here, because investing 1,000 crowns in a playset of a mythic from M19 that is going to be rotating soon is probably less viable than investing in an equally rotating soon playset of Teferis that also see play in Modern.
Yeah. thank you for requesting something like so sweet. I'm going to see if we can do something about it later on. Yeah, we are English. Because reasons.
Wow, okay. So, for those of you who are wondering why we are doing the streaming in English, I personally requested it because I've loved the idea of doing some standard coverage, but of course my Swedish grammar could be better. I can speak Swedish, that's not an issue, but I don't want to say the wrong thing on camera, especially when it comes to Magic, and the card game's pretty much entirely in English. Then that's something that we can fix.
Yeah, we will look into that. Break It Bjorn, 1981. I like saying the names. I'm probably destroying it.
I don't know how many people are in chat right now, but again, we have a few minutes to kill before the round's over.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to ask us anything, send us some.
Yeah, that's true. We are going to look that up, and as soon as our technicians comes back, we are going to try to fix it.
Yes.
Good point. Thank you. Sinful magic from
Sinful magic. Wow. Okay.
Sinful passion magic from Sweden.
Wow. I don't need to know about your weekend. Well, I mean, I love the fact that you guys are more than happy to talk to us when you could be watching the War of the Spark trailers and more.
If you want to watch more War of the Spark trailers, I can almost guarantee that we will allow it.
A question for the casters: is everything terrain? If you can play cards on it, it's terrain.
Yep.
However, I doubt that there is less the significantly smaller amount of shrapnel around here. Shrapnel. Shout out to Vass.
And also, it's very fun to see that so many guys of you are joining us this early. I mean, it's Saturday, so very fun.
Yeah.
So we have a request from the viewers. Yeah, our technician is looking at it right now.
Yes, we are going to. We're going to have. We'll hopefully have everything fixed up for round 2 pretty soon.
Yep.
It starts with what you it doesn't even
Peggy 12.
It starts with one. All I know, so unreal. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Peggy 12.
It starts with one. All I know. So unreal. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Peggy 12.
It starts with one. All I know. doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Peggy 12.
It starts with one. All I know. So unreal. I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Peggy 12.
It starts doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Hello, hello.
And welcome back to game.
Welcome back to round two of our
round two.
standard session for today.
The games we're going to watch is White Weenies versus. Tell get it. Want to say it?
Do you want to tell them or shall I?
It's against 80 Fairies, actually.
It's not even Esper anymore, it's Fairies.
Yeah.
No, we have got ourselves a... This is an interesting build of Esper, to be fair.
We have Vidar Hegerström versus Lucas Gustafsson. Lucas Gustafsson is playing the White Weenie package versus
This
Vidar's.
is Hero of Precinct 1 build, but it also runs a copy of Commander Dreadhorde.
Whoa.
Which seems
Alright.
very interesting. Vidar, I believe, was on camera yesterday,
Yeah, he was.
playing against Linus and Simic Nexus.
Yes.
But unfortunately the team lost out, but he did end up winning that matchup. Yes. So yes, we are going to have ourselves a maybe not exact repeat because we got a bit more of a mix up with the decks now. So we have got ourselves what Esper is going to be playing against the White Weenie deck.
Yeah, and it's basically, we all know the White Weenie decks, but it's l'agression. It's very aggressive.
I don't speak French.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
What could that possibly mean?
And would you know, we have one Teferi Time Raveler in the sideboard. that's but it's a very good card to.
I'm gonna start making notes. I'm gonna write down how many Teferis we've seen this weekend.
May I get a question for Danny? Who got the power of Mira?
Moving on.
Moving on to the next question.
Moving on to literally anywhere else. We have again we have a very interesting matchup coming up.
Yeah, so we have a Gideon Blackblade in the main, but also want to decide which I like. Gideon Blackblade is a very, very good card. And
Esper Muller. That's an interesting name for the deck.
yeah.
Esper I like a shout out to Lucas who's decided to name his deck Blue Eyes White Weenies.
For all you
For
know
all
the
of
Blue
you
Eyes White Dragon.
card fight Vanguard fans out there, that's for you guys. Just kidding, it's actually Yu-Gi-Oh!
Alright, draw 7.
But this should be interesting in the sense that this isn't Esper in the traditional Esper control kind of way. You're going to see a lot of tokens. You're going to see a lot of go wide.
Yeah.
You're also going to see mulligan.
Yeah. So, Lucas looks like he's deciding to hold, while Vidar,
Or he might be having a think about it. But it looks like he's decided to keep that hand.
yeah. So,
It's
As a
it's
Weenies
very
deck-
rare with the White Weenies deck where you curve out to like 3 or 4 that you actually need to mulligan. Like your hand has to be pretty bad.
yeah. Okay. So I haven't seen Lucas' hand, but I'm hoping like turn 1, Legion's Landing,
Mm.
turn 2, Sky Marcher into like what was the
Sky Marcher.
yeah, but the 0-3. Oh, it has a Law Rune Enforcer instead. We have a Law Rune Enforcer.
We have a law. We have 4 law.
We have 4 Law Rune
Rune
Enforcers. Here we go.
We have a piece of paper that I'm assuming says Vampire Lifelink Token, and it is going in at Vidar. Esper 19. Oh, that is the wrong way round. Esper 19, White Weenie 21.
Okay, so we have.
Adanto Vanguard hits the table.
Let's see this. Thought Erasure.
Thought Erasure looking at the hand and sees Blinding Rays of Light. That is a bold move to include that in your White Weenie deck.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Is it-
I'm
oh,
seeing
we're taking away the glory.
oh, it was Benalish Marshall. That's
Yeah.
pretty glorious, to be fair. 2 Conclave Tribunals and a land for Lucas's hand. Police, he's just drawn another land.
Which is the kind of cards you want to have against Esper, though.
So I just need to make a note of this. So Friday, the first matchup was Esper versus Mono Red, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they ran 4 Teferi.
Yep. They ran 8.
On the next run was 4 Teferi because it was Esper Precinct.
Yep.
Then it was 4 Teferi in that one.
Yep. So we
Then we went to Nicholas running 4 Teferi for the first game in the morning, and now we're on. I mean, I'm on about small Teferi here.
So it looks
So we'll
like
start-
Vidar has a slight land issue here.
So we've seen 20 small Teferis over the 5 games that we've streamed.
Wow.
The big Teferis. I think it's not hard to assume that we've probably seen pushing 40 different cards with the name Teferi.
If I get like 10 crowns for every time you say Teferi, I will be rich by the end of this weekend. So we actually have Vidar on slide on the.
Oath of Kai taking down the life.
Yeah, but he has the big Teferis in there. I see he has 2 big Teferis in his hand.
He also has a Narset. Sky March Aspirant, I believe, is also in hand.
Adanto Vanguard gets in. This looks quite solid for Lucas. Here we go, Sky Marcher in.
You say that, but his hand is now 2 Conclave Tribunal.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh well, apparently. Oh, I didn't even realize Vidar was on 1.
Yep.
Okay. I spent too much time counting to fairies. That's
Yeah.
what I get.
Yeah.
Professional coverage team here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Okay. So sideboarding. So the Blue Eyes White Weenie deck goes into sideboarding. 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Dovin's Veto.
He's boarding in polymerization.
Oh.
I find that interesting to see that he's going to try some of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Weenie.
Oh my God. 1 Disdainful Stroke, 4 Baffling End, 3 Tocatli Honor Guard, 1 to Fairy. Of course. Oh, 10 crowns to you then. 1 Gideon Blackblade and 1 Deputy of Detention. There you go.
This matchup, I can see Spell Pierce. I can
Oh yeah, Spell Pierce is.
potentially Spell Pierce because you didn't see Precinct there.
Nope, you didn't.
So I assume that he would go into this thinking it's maybe Esper Control,
Yeah.
in which case the Spell Pierce would definitely come in.
What's the
Disdainful
Vida sideboard?
Vidar sideboard. You're looking at Duress, 2 Duress, 2 D-Spark, 2 the Elder Spell, 2 Cry of the Canarium, 3 Kaya's Wrath, 1 Ixalan's Binding, 1 Lyra Dawnbringer, and 1 Command the Dread Horde. So this is a very interesting take on Esper with Kaya's Wrath in the sideboard. But I guess you don't run Kaya's Wrath main in a Precinct 1 build.
Alright, let's see this. I'm seeing Sky Marcher out.
It is looking... Yeah, Sky Marcher doesn't seem to do a huge amount here. It will just die to the inevitable coming of Kaya's Wrath.
Teferi is going to waltz in this deck, of course.
Is he running a Johnny? He's got to
No.
be running a Johnny, right?
No,
in the mono
no,
white.
he's not. He's doing another Gideon.
He's going for Gideon
Yeah,
instead.
I think it's going to pop in the Gideon because Gideon is quite hard to get rid of for Vidar.
Oh goodness, yes. It's Elder Spell and not much else.
Yeah, it's D-Spark, I presume. So.
D-Spark doesn't hit it. CMC 3.
Oh shit. Yep, true that.
That's another one for the swear jar. I could probably see Narset coming out in this matchup. Lucas isn't drawing cards. I'm trying to think of some of the worst cards that you could probably want in this match.
And
Like, you want to be triggering Hero Precinct 1 as much as possible, of course. So
you get some bodies out there.
the first cards that don't do anything that are monocolored, I assume, are the first ones that come out.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Narset in
And
this
also
matchup. You're
Lucas-
looking at Commander Dreadhorde, potentially.
Yeah. And also Lucas does not want to waste time. He wants to get into Vidar's face as quickly as possible.
So I think a bit of cheap interaction from Lucas, and that will probably be his game plan.
Yeah, yeah. And also...
From his list, I can see Time Reveler and Gideon coming in.
yeah, yeah.
So I say Time Reveler, not the T word. And then Spell Pierce. That potentially Davin's veto, depending on how controlly he wants to go. But I don't think he wants to go controlly here.
3
I
to
think
cut
he-
the Honor Guard in the
I-
sideboard.
Yes, for Sultai, I
Yeah.
guess. For Sultai or for the Dreadhorde deck.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about my boy.
So the upside with Gideon
Oh, well,
Blackblade,
that's-
give me the text on that one. Decided to pull up the Japanese anime Gideon.
I guess I'm doing it.
Wow.
again.
Okay. Good job.
Never mind then. Never mind.
We've got a game to watch. Thought Erasure comes down on Vidar's side, takes a look,
Wow.
sees a Benalia,
That's
sees, is that a Loxodon? And a Lorune Enforcer, I believe, and then 3 lands.
Do you keep the Lorune
Is it
Enforcer?
venerated Loxodon he runs? Yes.
Yes.
So that appears to be Benalia, Loxodon, Lorune Enforcer, 3
Why
lands.
does he keep the Lorune Enforcer in this game?
Potentially for just tapping down the occasional blocker so he can get through to kill a Planeswalker.
So he is... oh, well...
Oh, it was Conclave Tribunal. It wasn't the venerated Loxodon.
Draws a land. Attacks. Plays land. Then into, I presume... maybe 2 creatures? Get some...
Land into
Lorune
Lorune Enforcer.
Okay.
Shockland tapped.
Alright.
Vidar draws a card. Oh. Drown Catacomb pass. Lucas untaps.
Alright, Muller. Alright.
Oh.
Okay, so the reason why... Okay, the chat actually explains this to me. Esper Muller is the name because Muller was the guy who came up with the precinct version, the hero precinct version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 3-4 different versions.
Yeah, we
of
don't see
Esper
any
right
thieves
now.
in this deck, that's true. Thief of Sanity is insane.
Oh, it's nice to get input from chat to help
Yeah.
us out with this.
Yeah.
It's almost like we're not professionals at this. I mean, Rich
It's
Hagen.
almost like this is the first time speaking.
Rich Hagen, call me. I can do the voice and everything. Vidar draws his card and plays Cry of the Card. That will clean everything up down there. Landing tapped.
Yeah.
Passes turn.
Takes
Yeah.
up the Benalia.
Benalia ticks up. And there is the knight. In with another Glacial Fortress into Legion's Landing.
Pops up.
Legend rule, of course, sacrificing that. He can't have 2 in play. He decided to keep the Narset in.
Such an original.
I'll stop.
No, it's fun.
Narset digs down, finds another
Another
cry.
cry.
Wow.
Well, if there's something that's gonna stop White Ween, it's definitely the cry.
Cry of the Canarium's gonna.
But he
that
has a veto
was
in
a
hand, right?
veto on top. That is
Yeah.
going to help out quite a lot.
Gets rid of the Narset, which
Narset
I
goes
think is a
down.
good idea.
Vidar will take 1, I believe.
Play a land and pass turn. Does he have 1 card in hand? He has 2 cards. 1
There's a cry. There's a
veto. There you go. Good job.
Untaps. I mean, Lucas still has a way to go. It's not like he's got a critical mass on board right now.
No.
There's every chance that Esper can draw back into this.
Oh yeah. How about a
well-timed,
I don't know,
a well-timed,
Teferi?
yeah, like the two he's got in hand. A well-timed Teferi can definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to see where the standard standings are. Aren't they at Svenska Magic?
I don't know. I mean, these both 3-point players for this tournament.
Yeah. I will look into
There's
this
a
after the game.
Kaiser.
Yeah, there you go. I will make sure to sort you through after the game. Now, shows 2 lands. Goes
Concession from White Weenies, I believe.
Yep. Shows 2 lands into game 3, right?
Too much. Too much.
Too much removal. Would you know?
Too much. I'm sorry, was that... Did he bring in Baffling End?
Did he?
Baffling End, bring it up. Baffling End, does it only hit creatures or can it hit anything?
No. I'll put it up there. So, Baffling and
target creature and opponent control. I guess it hits hero on curve. That's
and
not...
then but then again, when he plays that, he can also use his own Teferi to bounce Baffling in back to his hand, which creates a 3/3 Dino. Because when
3/3
Baffling
Dino for his opponent.
Oh yeah, that's true. Nice going there.
See, this is why we're behind the desk and not
Not
behind the table.
Oh.
I promise we do play Magic often.
I'm not a bad Magic player.
I mean, you're relatively new to the game in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But you have a solid grasp of the standard format as well.
Yeah. Except for Baffling End. Apparently.
No one plays that card anyway. It's fine.
So
So a 1-1 matchup with Weenies on the play. That is definitely where the mono white deck wants to be.
yeah.
I wouldn't count Esper out though. Not with the ability to be able to create a critical mass with Hero Precinct 1. You can just block for days. Which is why I think the Sky March Aspirant coming out was probably an interesting choice, if anything. Because at least that can fly over the tokens.
Shout out to Danny that sighs heavily every Friday when he has to draft.
I'm good at what I do. I don't do much, but what I do, I'm good at. Should probably make a point. You know, we've had a team up here from Westeros. A team of maybe 4 standard players, and then a chunk more modern players. We've done quite well this weekend.
Yeah, we did.
Very proud of my boys.
Yeah, Linus winning the Legacy event.
Linus winning Legacy, 2 semi-finalists in the modern.
Yeah.
And then 3-0 undefeated to Red Goblins too.
Yeah.
In the team standard.
Yeah. Lucas
We've
kicking
done
off.
very well.
Lucas kicking off, Legion's Landing, and also
The Dauntless Bodyguard.
Yeah.
2-drop Thought Erasure.
Would you know? I'm presuming Benalish Marshall is leaving the battlefield.
Benalish Marshall or Benalia. That's... I don't know what you pick there.
I think you pick...
I think you pick Marshall because in the long run it's going to do
Yep.
more damage. But if he had a creature removal in hand, he
He
might
would
have
pick-
just taken the Benalia.
Yeah, because it's harder to get rid of. Getting in there for 3. Putting out the Benalia, getting a token out. Yep, he's going now. See another Thought Erasure in the hand. But the Cry is in there, removing all the creature and tokens from play. Resetting Lucas. But gets the token out from Benalia. Alright, I I'm looking at. Is it
Again,
two?
Lauren Enforcer seems.
Not a tall erasure. Yeah. So, Lucas is running out of gas. Vidar's has cards in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Benalia ticks off. Full swing, of course.
With the Knight and Lauren.
2 mana.
I guess the problem.
Alright.
Oh.
No end to the battlefield triggers anymore from creatures.
What?
To cut the honor guard.
What's he trying to stop there?
I-
Basilica Bellhorn? Basilica Bellhorn. It stops Basilica Bellhorn.
Does it stop the hero?
Doesn't stop the hero, it's a
No.
cast trigger.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's Basilica Bellhorn, I guess. Shows what I know. Like, the only stops Basilica Bellhorn.
Imagine
Like,
Vidar
why would
when you put that card down, it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm not getting life from this one. No discard either.
Oh, that's actually amazing.
That's pretty funny. Oh, another.
It's like, why would you play
I
that?
think
It only stops Basilica Bellhorn. I
Yeah.
play Basilica Bellhorn. Oh,
So-
well.
If Vidar doesn't do anything about this, Lucas is going to flip Legion's Landing, which is going to allow him to create a lot of tokens.
And I think that long-term inevitability is not what the control player wants to be giving him.
Yeah, because
Is Vidar running...
oh, he's going to. I think he's going to bounce.
This is the same list not running
Yeah.
Mortify, right?
Oh, the Arwen Enforcer goes third from the top.
He hits the Enforcer?
Yeah, I.
Oh, yes, it can tap down the Bellhorn and just
Yeah.
straight up kill him.
So
Yeah, I see why.
So Lucas has
Enforcer's
to
in there.
decide right now to sacrifice his Tocatli Honor Guard to flip the landing, or I think he's going to. Yeah, he's going to attack with all three. He's now thinking about how to attack and what to attack the fairy with. Just no, there you go.
In and in. Basilica Bellhorn blocks.
Well, yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
Fairy goes down.
It-
Basilica Bellhorn, it kind of rolls weird off the tongue, doesn't it? Try saying it like 5 times fast. Basilica Bellhorn, Basilica Bellhorn, Basilica Bellhorn, Basilica Bell...
BH.
BBH.
So
new
Legion's
acronym.
Landing is flipped. Yeah, because he attacked with 3. And
Is it flipped?
it should be flipped because he attacked with 3 creatures.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just
Then-
can't be bothered to flip it all the way, or if he's waiting to see if something responds.
I did not see anything wrong with that play because the triggers is when he attacks.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking because he's gone. They're trying to ask because Vidar went to blocks and they've gone to damage, and they're wondering if Legion Landing is actually going to flip or not. He forgot to trigger the Legion's Landing. I'm
I
not sure if he declared the trigger because of course we
I-
can't hear.
Okay, so
But he
I
went in
think-
with the 3 creatures. Legion's Landing should flip here.
Yeah, it has to flip. No,
No, he missed his trigger.
Missed trigger. Oh, this is a
That's a setback.
that's a very big setback because now we cannot create tokens each turn, which allows Vidar to actually trying to stop the 2 creatures from
I mean,
the 3 creatures from attacking.
maybe I'm not as ruthless as professional Magic should be. I personally don't like jamming out on your opponent missing something that is probably quite obvious that they were intending on doing.
Oh, that's competitive magic, and actually, I think it's such an important trigger for Lucas. So he should have been able to call it out or point out the trigger when he went to the attack phase.
Yeah, but losing the entire match potentially for that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. I agree. Playing 2
Conclave
on the
takes the
Yeah.
Safari. What else is he sitting on that? Appears to be Wrath, Oath, and...
why didn't you see it?
No,
He was so
cards-
slowly
cards
shuffling
flying
the
so
cards.
fast. What can I say?
Looks like an Oath of Kaya.
Laurun Enforcer is not bad here if Vidar doesn't draw much. However, I can just see...
Oh,
yeah,
there's-
okay. Well, guess that's gone.
Never mind. Oh, he should have. Oh, that's
Oh.
so bad for Lucas.
That's such a feel bad in
Yeah.
not flipping the Legion's Landing there.
Oh.
I mean, I get why, mistrigger technicality is a thing, but
There's the hero for the first time.
yeah, how have we only just seen hero? Yeah,
This
I think that mistake is going to cost him the game. That's really rough.
yeah.
And Vidal's on 5 as well. It would only take a couple of activations to...
Was that a Dovin's veto?
That's a veto and a plains. Lucas is not sitting on anything worthwhile in hand. Sure, okay, you can veto the Kaya's Wrath that's not going to happen anytime soon.
He's gonna.
There's a nice Narset. Getting vetoed. Not so nice anymore.
Getting it for 2.
Sure showed him.
Look at that top
Moral
deck.
victory.
Okay, so that is land. He drew a land.
Is she sitting on a land in hand?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's really rough.
So, on the other hand,
Oh goodness.
there's a Lyra Dawnbringer. A potential shutdown. So I'm thinking like a Lorwyn Enforcer right now could make this game okay.
That's really...
Yeah. Now I'm starting to feel bad for Lucas.
that's
That was
not
hard.
how you wanna lose a game.
No. I'm fine with Lyra Dawnbringer coming up and making it difficult, but
I mean, Vidar doing what he has to do. I don't blame him.
yeah. So, to point out, Legion's Landing clearly states that when 3 creatures attack, you flip Legion's Landing.
So
what
what happens is you have to resolve that trigger
Before they attack.
at the end of the declare attackers step.
No,
So-
before. Yeah, exactly.
So between going from declare attackers to declare blocks, you have to have enough creatures going in so that the trigger will be declared, resolve, and transform.
Yeah. So,
The problem was that
Lucas
he
did
let it go to blockers and damage, and therefore he skipped 2 phases, and he can't therefore say, my Legion's Landing should transform.
Yeah.
For a deck that is flipping Legion's Landing quite often,
He should be able
I mean,
to.
maybe I'm just too nice. I would have just let him say, yeah, okay, you have your Legion's Landing.
But to be fair, but to be honest, if he was flipping that, it would be in a whole different game state.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no doubt the trigger definitely would have been missed.
Well, Vidar takes the win. 2-1. Esper Muller rolls over Weenies.
2-1 to Vidar, congratulations.
Yeah,
And
good.
that will put him up 6 points and potentially looking at an undefeated record going into the draft.
Yeah. We have one more round to go.
We are going to have one more round of standards before we start going on to the draft.
I am.
We are going to see if we
guessing-
can get some interesting 6-point matchups for you.
Oh yeah. I'm guessing that this game was one of the faster ones, because it was kind of fast paced.
Oh yeah, this didn't take a huge amount of time at all.
So except for the missed trigger, I think both players did a really solid work. They did what they did.
If we can, I feel really bad for him, man.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah, something to think about tonight.
That's not how you want it to end. But
No.
that's how it goes sometimes.
I'm still thinking though that to play a Tocatli Honor Guard to shut down 1 Basilica Bellhaunt.
I mean, maybe he just had deck cards in his deck that weren't that good in the matchup. But then again, I thought Lawbrune Enforcer wouldn't do much there. It shows why. Like Hunted Witness is maybe okay
Yeah.
against Kaya's Wrath.
Yeah, for those guys.
He took out Skymarch Aspirant.
Yeah, which is also kind of no, it's not, because it's good when it goes to Ascend, and Ascend against the Esper deck is not.
That's
something.
not going to happen.
No, that's not
very
going to
quickly.
happen. For those of you guys who are looking forward to the drafting later on, I myself really like this draft format. This first draft format that I'm actually
Wait,
quite good at.
was that his playmat?
No.
Wait, what? Vidar, why? You've taken... No, that's our... Wait.
He's taking.
That's our coverage.
First he has to beat
No!
Lucas, and now he's taking the
Not like
playmat.
that!
Run, Forrest. Our technician
Vidar!
is running. No, Vidar!
Look at this playmat.
Do not take the playmat. They've taken the playmat to Isengard.
I took the win and the playmat.
Alright, the return of the playmats. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, no.
I didn't
Oh,
even line
hello,
it up properly. Oh,
For you guys who...
you'll never know if the diamond was sitting properly in the middle of the playmats.
I need to go
That's
check that.
that's what I really is that bugging you that much.
Yeah.
I need to go and see
Yeah.
if that. No.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh.
there are good people in this
Thank you.
world.
Anyway, so for those guys who are looking forward to the draft format, me myself loving this draft format, it's going to be so much fun.
It's probably one of the more complicated draft formats that we've
Yeah.
had for a very long time.
Unless you do a first pick of Oketra, then you pretty
Then
much
you
solved.
don't have to think.
Yeah.
So. But we are going to have some coverage from the draft itself, and we are going to talk through some of the picks with one of Westeros' resident drafters.
Yeah.
Draft masters, Nicholas, who you saw in camera for
He is
for round
one of the best drafters I know.
And we are going to look through his mindset, see some of his picks, and we are going to
Rant about
hopefully have some coverage and some commentary about that for
it.
you.
Yeah. Do you have some flavor cards you want to bring up?
If he opens Chandra and he doesn't take it, I'm going to kill him. No.
A card that I'm looking forward to see, which we saw this game, is Lordwood Enforcer. It's one for me. It's the best turn 1 play because it actually it's so good. It's basically the artifact that everybody hated in. It was the M19 of Dominaria, the IC manipulator. What was it called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that.
I mean, it taps down pretty much everything in a format where creature combat, like War of the Spark Limited. I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
For a format that's full of planeswalkers, creatures have never been more important.
Yeah.
Which means that anything that can interact with creatures is probably more important than interacting with planeswalkers for the most part. You
Yeah,
want to
that
play dorks and you want to kill the opposing planeswalkers that way, rather than just jamming better planeswalkers into a deck. Most of the planeswalkers are okay,
Yeah, they're fair.
but if you draw, if you open up a better creature, you would much rather have that.
Exactly.
Like most of the rare planeswalkers, you would probably pack one, pick one.
Yeah. Like
Except for Khan, unless you just really wanted to potentially throw away your limited pool for the sake of 100 crowns, in which case, good job you did it.
Yeah. One card that I think is very good in the terms of rare planeswalkers is Ajani.
Ajani is a very... For limited, yes, he's
Yeah.
amazing. I'd
Yeah.
love to see him see some playing constructed. I think that him in a tokens build has a lot of potential.
Yeah. I mean, his minus ability is cray. I mean, you put counters on everything, and then with the proliferate effect that just is everywhere in the format, in this draft format. I mean, it can just go off.
Oh, absolutely. I did a casual draft yesterday, and some of the there are so many small interactions that are in this set that you can miss so easily.
Oh yeah.
The first one that I really enjoyed, I had Saheeli and I had Evolution Sage.
Yeah.
Saheeli is the planeswalker that says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you make a 1/1 servo, and then you can -2 to turn an artifact you control into a copy of another artifact or creature.
Oh yeah. So
Evolution Sage says whenever a land enters the battlefield, proliferate.
Yeah.
So what I basically ended up doing was having Evolution Sage and a servo, using Saheeli's minus to make the servo a copy of Evolution Sage,
Yeah.
playing a land, and then getting 2 proliferate triggers to tick Saheeli back up to the point where she originally was.
Yeah.
And then effectively I would have a loop where I was getting 2 free proliferates every single turn whenever I played a land.
Yeah. And also the static ability of Saheeli is very good since she basically spams out creature every time you cast a non-creature spell.
Yeah. So
It's-
if you can't draft creatures, make your own.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, most of the mythics are pretty bomby in this format as well.
Yeah, I mean the god has this. We talked about this yesterday, but for you who
The
didn't hear
draft
that,
god, I win.
yeah, the god has this this ability that says if if it hits the graveyard or if it
If
gets
it would
exiled,
die or
Yeah.
be put into exile, that's what the
put it
important
third
thing
from the
is.
top. And
You may put it third from top.
Oh, you may, but
Well,
you
to be
will.
fair, I can. So I think that's going to be something, at least in competitive draft, that's going to catch some people out.
Yeah.
Calling it now, there's going to be like probably, I'm going to say third round in. We're going to hear a story about, because of course at that point people have played 6 rounds. There's going to be someone whose god will have died and they'll have missed the trigger and it will be stuck in exile.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be really rough.
And in some sort of way funny as
It's
well.
like between the static abilities of planeswalkers and the competitive environment and all these mixed triggers, it's going to be a lot for players to think about in this format.
Exactly. And that's why the head judge talked to the other judges this morning, just before the tournament started, that they have to be very, very quick on making the call to make a warning or to give the game loss if the players have missed the triggers, because in Magic there's also this rule that says that if your opponent misses a trigger and you do not point out the missed trigger, both of you get a warning.
I don't know how I feel about that sometimes. Like, I mean, if I miss something, if there's something so obvious that so easy for my opponent to miss on their side of the table that I could also miss it as well, and we both miss it, then I don't know why I personally would get punished for that. But I mean, I understand that's the rule book that people have to play by.
Yeah.
And that's why are you looking up Oketra?
Because I want to see his. It's just so great.
God Eternal Oketra. Eternal. Hello, I am God Eternal.
I want the God Eternal.
Hello.
Is it?
Just also warning you
go.
guys in advance. 90% of our commentary is silly noises. So if you're not into that, I apologize.
All right, so
God Eternal Oketra.
a 3/6 double striker. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 black zombie with vigilance.
Should also point out this is 5 mana, and then it has the God ability where it can't die properly. Oketra is very much a limited bomb.
Calling out right now.
Close to Scarab God levels of good.
Oketra is going to mess up the drafting system if it keeps going like this.
If it keeps, we need. If it keeps, we can't go on like this. Oketra has been ruining this format for far too long. Please, Wizards, send help.
I could see the first ban in in limited.
We're just gonna watch the drafters open their packs, and it's gonna be Oketra foil Oketra.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be, and we're gonna be there like, no,
I can't play this.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I had a pretty stupid.
And then it gets past another Oketra.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
I had a pretty stupid seal pool last weekend when I played in Eskilstuna at Spelfaktoriet. I had an Oketra, a Nicol Bolas, 2 Law Rune Enforcers, and 3 Prison Realms. Guess I win. That's what I thought. So I have huge amount of respect for that card, and I do not like it.
Huge amount of respect for anyone who drafts the cat deck as well.
Yeah. God Eternal Oketra's token gets flying from Eternal Skylord. That feels unfair. So you do not think that the card itself feels unfair? Question for you, my friend.
God Eternal Oketra's token gets hexproof and menace.
Can you
from
please
the
say that and
Gleaming
say hello
Overseer.
back? I'm gonna say hey, hi, and you summer random tongue.
Hejsan som random Tom. Trevlig att du kunde ha varit... Vad trevligt att ni kunde vara med oss idag.
Jag tycker det skulle vara så skönt att få kunna prata svenska lite grann.
Nej. Nu kan du ta 5 minuter grabbarna att bara chilla.
Ja. We're doing okay. We're
This
doing
is why
very
I
good.
don't speak Swedish.
We are having so much fun talking to you guys. You guys are very gentle to us and being nice.
Gentle. We're
Gentle and
We're
nice.
not getting the proper raiders telling us we're saying everything wrong.
Yeah, we don't get the hate we deserve.
Oh, I mean, I don't know, man. We could do... Just imagine that there's just someone who watches this and they look at our sweaty mugs on the camera and go, That's what I want for Grand Prix Stockholm 2020.
We are here. We are ready to do this.
Wizards, call us.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
I'm just gonna Dovin's veto. Yeah.
Wait, who's our sponsor again?
Static.
Oh, lag. Oh,
lag.
oh, wow.
So, waiting for round 3. Looking to see some nice matchups. I'm hoping to see. I want to see a Jeskai Super Friends deck.
I would like to see this.
I've seen one. It looks spectacular.
We've had some fringe talks about this mono green Tron.
Oh
deck as
yeah.
well.
Okay. So Mono Green Ton is of course purely green with the new Nissa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nissa's ability says that static ability
Yeah.
says that every time you tap a forest for mana, it adds 1 extra mana to it. So, like the Tron in Modern, it gets a lot of mana advantage, and then you play stupid dorks.
I just can't help but think that someone's watching this stream and just looked at us just as the words "stupid dorks." Standings list we will try and work on for you as soon as possible. Our technician is out and about at the minute, so we are just trying to fill a bit of time with talking about the format a little bit more. We will hopefully sort you out with some standings.
If there's
pretty soon.
something that you would like to ask us, that we will hopefully answer correctly, please do. We are
generous overseers of the format.
and very gentle.
We are kind, we are giving, and we are giving our time to you.
Yeah. So when
Please
you're,
don't hurt us.
when you're playing standard, what kind of decks do you bring to the game?
I am. Last season and this season, I very much enjoyed the Sultai deck.
Yeah, the
I like playing me some Crasises. I like the Explore package. I like dropping dudes and going face. The main issue that the traditional mid-range deck from last season has faced has been Nexus. Nexus is not a good matchup for that deck.
Oh.
And as a result, it's sort of been hated out of the format with Nexus coming up. However, Nexus is now slowly being hated out of the format by the other decks.
Yeah.
Means Sultai can occasionally come back and have a bit of a good run against, say, the Precinct 1 decks, because you're packing a lot of removal.
Yeah.
Against the control decks, you have just big Hydroid Crises that you can drop and be like, okay, well, I'll just refill my hand.
Hydrosis Crisis is a very when it came with, what was it, Ravnica Allegiance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It had a huge impact because it's a card that lets you get a big boy with flying onto the battlefield. It gains your life and it gets to draw your cards. It does everything you want.
That is... Yes. Sorry, I can't remember the last time. Huh? 7 minutes of time.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Okay, are we going to have more coverage? Or?
Not now.
Not now.
They are all in the third.
Okay, shall we cut to
Commercial
cut to a
time.
break for a bit then?
We can do that.
Sure. We are going to take a break and we will be back with you for round 3. Yes, we'll hopefully see you soon.
Oh.
I
Hi guys and welcome back. Danny is going to be here in a bit. I have some great news for you guys who has Danny as a friend, and also the other guys who like to listen to us. Danny, what just happened? Would you like to tell us, or should I tell you? Yeah. So Danny just won the Eldsjäl of 2019 for Svenska Magic for his work there.
Oh man.
Good job, mate.
Jeez, thank you very much, everybody. Like
Yeah.
I didn't. I work. I try my best to work very hard for the local.
And it
Westeros
shows.
boys.
And it shows.
It's.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that in a minute.
Yeah, so-
I do. I see you all, and I very much appreciate you. Thank you very much for that. That was super special. Thank you. Right, that's coverage before I lose my.
So what we're facing in Game 3 is a quite. It's a.
Friendship is MTG. We're okay.
So-
we're having one of those matchups. On that note, one of our local.
Friendship is okay. So
I'm not with it right now.
we
Go
are
on.
We are playing the match, the Game 3 here with Felix Avisto from Westeros, and against Joe's. No, sorry. What is the name of that?
Deck designer. No, that's. Where is the name?
Unknown John Doe.
Deck designer. Vidar.
Oh yeah, Vidar Svenning. Sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't on the registration slate. So okay, well.
Oh, he's playing mono red, and we have actually a Jeskai Super Friends deck. This is going to be awesome.
We have sorted you out a Jeskai Super Friends deck. I'm very excited to talk about this.
Uh,
Just up the Teferi total.
Here we are. There, drawing 7 cards. Something that be noted that this is a pure mono red deck. It is nothing else
Vidar's
than
on that side.
yeah.
Right?
There's nothing else but red in this deck. Some red decks are playing green to splash in like Cinder Vines and stuff like that.
Is there anything noteworthy about this version of Mono Red, or we're
It's
just looking
only
at-
one Chandra.
So come on, Felix, you can do this. Not running 4 Chandras. I even said Chandras. Yeah. Oh, I'm not with it. Oh,
It's
you
okay.
guys are throwing me off.
Three experimental frenzy. So Felix deck is quite interesting. It's the first time we see it on the stream today. So it's gonna be quite. It's taking a different approach than the Esper Super Friends decks.
We've got the Jeskai Super Friends list has mostly been taking advantage of the new Sarkhan
Yeah.
as
The
a win
5 mana
condition.
Sarkhan.
Win condition using its plus ability to turn all of your planeswalkers into dragons, and then win the game that way. And the rest of the deck is pretty much like the old Jeskai control deck from Guilds of Ravnica. You have your counter spells, you have your removal.
Yeah.
It's he's even running. Bring up the
Bring up the
bring up the
regular
one that people can't read. Although I've got to say, I need a copy of that.
Oh wow, that's cool. We're actually looking at the alternate art, the Japanese.
The War of the Spark anime promos.
I think this is the one. Okay, there it is.
Sarkhan the Masterless.
Yeah.
The main win condition of the Jeskai deck,
Basically
allowing him
turns-
to turn all of his planeswalkers into dragons to kill him that way.
A very cool card.
A very cool card.
Very cool. Here comes Flip.
Football Flip also a strange all-star addition to the deck.
It's legendary, which it activates Mox Amber.
Being able to activate Mox Amber, being able to, I believe, if I remember correctly, at least one in the sideboard, a Jaya's Immolating Inferno and Urza's Ruinous Blast,
This is,
as well as Ruinous Blast main.
I think this is the only Jeskai Super Friends deck we see in this tournament of 85 players. This is
Är det någon som är lite sugen på att spela Piggy så har vi ett par platser över.
Sorry, I had to listen to that.
yeah, me too. Alright, so the red deck draws a red.
Is this the Football Flip deck going aggressive? Oh no, here comes Chain Whirler.
Kills the
2 for 1ing. That is
wow.
a bit rough. But it's okay, it was just Football Flip, no one cares. So another advantage that Felix should have in this matchup is the interplanar beacon,
Yeah.
allowing him to gain a life for every planeswalker he plays, and then he can just start gaining incremental value. As we're about to see here, gaining a life, making a 2/2 off of Kazmina,
Which lets you loot.
which will also let you loot. I'm kind of happy that Kazmina sees play a very, very strong uncommon from War of the Spark Lunatic.
Really, really strong. One of the strongest uncommon, I would say. After Ashiok. Ashiok is uncommon, by the way.
Ashiok is very much
Uncommon, I think.
very much uncommon. Ashiok is in the sideboard. I
is.
don't know if this is probably not the Ashiok matchup that you actually want.
No, it's not. But it's gonna swing. I think it's gonna just block. Yeah.
Oh, I'm still.
Stay with me, Danny.
I'm still just processing that whole emotional moment.
Steam King goes in. Oh, 2 Steam Kings, triggering the first Steam King. This could go bananas. See what we got here. It's playing. Oh, the proliferate land. Karn's. What's the proliferate lands called? Karn's.
Khan's Bastion.
Karn's Bastion. Yeah. Oh, there comes the first ruinous blast. 2/2. Loots. Tucks away.
Being able to take advantage of the
Takes away the
legendary
land.
spells from Dominaria as well. Ruinous Blast in particular has always been a very powerful card that you can stack up very heavily in your favor.
Yeah, I think Felix should be very happy that he got rid of the Steam King because I see another Steam King, I see a shock, I see a lot of good stuff out
I think
there.
Felix should be happy that it's turn 5 against Mono Red and he's still alive. That's really
that's
way
another
wonderful. Another I'm trying to avoid saying his name too much because I'm worried I'm genuinely going to damage the microphone with like a flood of saliva.
There goes the microphone.
Oh, here comes Dragon.
Oh, Sarkhan.
Dragon Daddy.
We see
I don't know why I called him that.
the father of the dragons.
Khaleesi, I have come for you. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I probably should. People said
You
the
do
last.
not want. Okay, we're not gonna waltz into that's a shock, by the way.
Yeah, F's in chat for the Game of Thrones finale.
Oh my god, the pain. Let's see here. We have a draw. Picks up pick up.
We appear to have at least Wizard's Lightning Strike in hand.
Yeah.
There's a
Fanatical
fanatical
Firebrand.
Firebrand.
He is going to
Puts
use
the Steamkin up to 2. He can start chaining off, but it doesn't feel like there's too much of a point. That's the thing.
the 4/4 dragon is going to be a problem.
He's more than happy to let the Firebrand go away.
Yeah. I mean a toughness of 4 is something that the red decks never like.
I mean, I don't know why Felix didn't just block with the Wizard there. But then again, I guess he doesn't care. I think he'd rather have the body.
No,
on
because
board.
if yeah.
But that's just it. The spells, in order for him to target Kazmina, would have cost 2 more.
Yep.
So him blocking with the Wizard wouldn't have been that much of a drawback.
Gets him for 4, puts him down to 15.
But again, here we are with the static abilities of the Planeswalkers again.
Yeah. Flip. Draws a card.
Steam Vents comes in tapped.
See the play here.
Here comes
And
the Dovin.
negating the next attack if he so like to.
I imagine he's just going to tick it up on the Steamkin because why not?
Yeah.
It stops him being able to chain off. So he's thinking about just leaving it alone.
Yep.
But I don't think he has anything
Taking
to
it
lose.
down.
Again, the interplanar beacon.
Whoa, okay.
There's a Wizard's Lightning. And he's like, okay. Mr. Trigger on the Steamkin, though. I believe he should get an extra counter. Felix just giving it to him.
Right.
Good man.
This is an interesting board state because I'm not sure if Vidar can power through this anymore.
I think, yeah, this is very much in the friendship is MTG corner. I just have to take a moment and appreciate that. To all of the, I don't know how big the cross demographic of people who play Magic and people who watch My Little Pony is, but to all one of you out there, this is for you. Sorry, it's got to be people who play Magic, people who watch Magic,
Yeah.
people who watch specifically Swedish Magic
With English commentators.
with English commentators, people who want to watch Swedish Magic that aren't off-put by the idea of 2 English commentators, and also watch My Little Pony. This is for you.
Do you have a pony?
I do not have a pony.
Okay.
I have a Ponytail on Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I want a shiny one though. I want a better one, Daddy. Get me a better pony.
Vidar is thinking right now next move here. This is a hard choice for him because he's so far behind right now. That dragon is killing him softly.
I don't. That's just it. Where we are right. There's 3 red in the pool. He's going to see what he can do with it.
Killing me softly with this song.
Yeah, alright.
Shocks
calm
the
down.
Dovin. Get rid of that.
Kasmina. What is Kasmina on?
Kasmina, well, is he on a 5?
He should have spent. I also believe he should have spent 3 mana on that shock.
Another Dovin comes into play.
I think he should have spent 3 mana on the shock because of the Kasmina. I don't think he's got that mana on the float anymore. Or it might just be me. Can you bring up Kasmina? See the wording on it. I believe it's spells and abilities. It might be other planeswalkers though. Don't pick the anime one this time,
this
please.
is so hard.
The target a creature or planeswalker you control costs 2 more to cast. I don't believe he still has that 1 mana on the float. I think that's something we should maybe point out. He got 3 mana from the Steamkin.
Okay, so we have for those of you who's looking to see the event standing, we have a link on our Twitch chat right now.
I don't think it
Thank you
particularly.
so much for fixing that.
I don't believe that it was particularly relevant because of the. He still ended up with 1 mana either way, but I believe that.
Machine of Pyromancer coming in, ticking up. He flipped it to 3. It's only 2. Yeah, there you go.
Is it only 2?
It wasn't 1, up to 2.
But wasn't it?
Floop, takes the hit.
So many small things I'm missing here.
This is what we were talking about, the big impact the static abilities has on this.
There is a Narset.
Narset is
as well as Khan's Bastion mana up. That is
Yep.
Felix on 27 against mono red. That is definitely where. And Spell Pierce. That is where you want to be.
I'm so far.
Well, I don't know if Spell Pierce is going to do a huge amount here unless his top deck is specifically Experimental Frenzy or Chandra.
Getting in for 4. Like I said, that dragon is doing a lot of damage. Slowly. Takes him down to 7, I presume.
What's the... Hang on a second. What's the static ability on Dovin?
Dovin. I have a feeling, but I'm just gonna...
Not Dovin Barn.
No.
It's one with a comma. Hand of Control. Not... Stop bringing up the Japanese ones. Shout out to
The Japanese
the one
ones.
guy back in Westeros who might be watching it.
There you go.
Artifact instant sorceries. That could have made the maths messy earlier, because the shock should theoretically have cost 4 mana. the shock on a planeswalker.
Yeah.
And then the lightning strike should have cost 1 more mana.
Yeah, 5.
I think there's been a couple of missed extra costs there, but I don't think it matters too heavily. That's
5 mana to kill.
They're
a
remembering it
planeswalker.
now.
Yeah.
5 mana
mana.
to kill Kazmina.
Wow.
People complain about we can't.
Let me tell you something about a card named Lava Axe.
Let me. It's just we live in a world where people say, why can't we have Lightning Bolt back in Standard? Why does it have to cost 2 mana instead of 1? Well, you could be playing 5.
Oh wow. Ticks down. Narset.
Finds Teferi.
Oh, there you go. So,
Just noting that every single match that we have covered has had 4 copies of Small Teferi.
So
On one side of the table. That is.
Vida has infinite mana, but has no cards in hand. That's gonna get thrown back to his hand, and Felix has full control of this game right now.
Absolutely. I can see
Gaining
Teferi
for
being
4?
one of those rares that ends up costing a lot more money once people stop
Yeah.
playing with Ward of Spark.
I mean, Dovin is such a good card against Mono Red as well.
Especially with the popularity of Ward of Spark. And Vidar scoops it up. We are 1-0.
We are having a new request.
Next coverage, no Teferi.
No
The bad thing
Teferi.
is the next coverage round is going to be draft. We have no control over if someone opens the Teferi. I'm guaranteeing it now. We're going to be watching Nicholas, and he's going to be going Teferi in pack 1. And I'm just going to scream.
Pack 1, pick 1, Teferi.
He'll probably
Pack
pick
2,
it as
pick
well.
1, Oketra.
I think the funny thing is, of course, you guys don't know. Nicholas is from Vesteros.
Oh.
He's one of our,
Main boys.
as well as Felix. They're part of the same
boys.
team. Yep, got a fly around here. And he, of course, asked for a bit of help. He wanted to crack open a pack to see if he can get a Teferi. And I was like, yeah, let me crack open it for you. And I opened it, and I pulled out the foil Jang Yangu, and he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay. And I was like, yeah, we'll check this out. Pull out the rare. It's Teferi.
Oh shit.
Easy.
So, Felix sideboard is 2 Legion Warboss, 2 Ashiok, which I do not think he's gonna put. No, he's never gonna put that in. 2 Prison
not for
Realm,
mono red.
1 Ursa, Ruinous Blast, 1 Jaya's, Immortal Inferno. That's a crazy card, by the way. Jaya's
Immolating Inferno.
yeah, immolating. Yeah.
To be able to
Up
talking to
to
Felix
3
about
cards.
it, what he said was he wants his own version of Elder Spell because he's not in black. Jai's Immolating Inferno lets you do that.
Deafening Clarion, of course. 2 Lyra, which I presume he's going to put in this deck.
From
And 3
this,
Dovin's Veto.
I can see Lyra coming in. I can see the extra Deafening Clarion coming in. Potentially the Cleansing Nova as well.
Yeah,
I'm
I saw
not-
him put the Clayson Nova into
I am
the pile.
not sure about the veto. He might if he needs the interaction, but I think Spell Pierce is just better to try and deal with the non-creature spells early.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's see how.
In terms of what comes out, Narset seems just slightly weaker here. Jai's Immolating Inferno doesn't seem like it does as much. And maybe even... You can make an argument for Big Teferi.
Yeah, I was
That
looking
one,
at the Fury as well, but that's one of his ultimate win cons, so I'm not sure. I am not sure.
I think just banking in them.
This is the
Sarkhan.
first
There's no
time
way
I'm
that-
actually seeing this deck.
There's
so
no
this
way
is-
that Mono Reds can deal effectively with all the Sarkhans all the time.
No, that's true. But the impact that Dovin had on this game.
Mm. Looking over at the Mono Red sideboard, I can see Tybalt's definitely coming in.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is going to be at least one person in chat that's going to be very happy about seeing Tybalt on coverage.
Also, I think Lava Call is
Does Lava Coil come in just to deal
it's
with
for
the
the
dragon
dragons,
token?
and also
Just to deal with the dragon token?
maybe 1. I'm not sure. It's far fetched.
And again, we're seeing Diefleet Daredevil come up in the sideboards.
Three of them.
I don't. I want to see it played effectively. I really do. Like, someone physically show me what you do with Diefleet Daredevil in the sideboard. I'm fine with seeing it, but we have there's the Tybalt fan who's come out of the woodworks.
Come on.
Again, in case any of you think that are just listening and think the commentary sounds a bit funny, we are keeping a close eye on Twitch chat. So if you want to come and say hi to us, come and say hi to us. I see. Against this deck, I think you want to try and go as fast as possible, but that's difficult
Maybe
because of the football.
I'm sorry, Danny, right now, but I think maybe he's taking out the channel for another experimental frenzy.
I think that you're probably right here, unless he specifically... I mean, he's not playing around boarding in the... I mean, if he does that, then suddenly cleansing over that he's brought in becomes a lot better, because you can just say destroy all enchantments,
Yeah.
and that hits experimental frenzy, and you don't have to worry about Chandra. But Chandra, I don't know how good that is in this matchup. You want... Your Tybalt's definitely coming in to try and shut off the interplanar beacon incremental life gain. I can see...
like Legion War Boss? Just to get...
I'm not sure if our man Bracelet in chat fully understands what the symbol he has just placed means. But yes, I agree. Chandra is greater than Tybalt.
Draw. I see 1 land. Or do I see 0 lands?
I see 2 lands.
Did you? Well,
But apparently it's not enough. Felix on the other side.
he had a flip.
He has a Fubblethup and 2 lands at least. I think that's worth keep. Does he have a Fubblethup?
I saw flip.
You saw Fubblethup?
Yeah, I
Well,
saw.
Fubblethup and 2 lands is where you probably want to be against mono red. Like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to play a 2-mana 1/1 blocker that draws me a card.
Yeah, flip is a good card.
It does the job. If
Yeah,
it has to
and
eat
it-
a burn spell, it will shuffle back into the deck.
Yeah, and
burn
like I
spell doesn't
said, it
even happen.
activates Mox Amber very, very fast.
You'd rather run Chandra in this matchup.
I don't know.
No, I think the incremental life gain from Interplanar Beacon is too strong. Considering like every other spell is gaining you 1 or 2 life, you're in a situation where you just might be the 1 or 2 points off of
I
lethal
see a
because
lava
of that card
coil.
on its
Just
own.
pointing that out.
Lava Coil has come in, probably just to deal with the dragon tokens. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I don't feel.
Again, it will does just hit the dragon tokens.
It's very specific.
It's not like he can flash it in to kill a planeswalker.
Mono red does what mono reds does. Turn 1, Fanatical Firebrand into face.
Felix at 19, pretty sure he's going to be gaining that 1 back pretty soon though.
Another Fanatical
Another
Firebrand.
fanatical firebrand.
Another land.
Land
He has 2. He has
Firebrand.
2.
Oh.
There you go.
goblins
Wow.
on parade today.
Where's Jonas when we need him?
Where's the Goblin Slayer when we need him? Wait, we don't talk about that.
Goblin the Slayer.
There's Fibblethip. Now, one of the advantage this list has over the Esper is the ability to run Deafening Clarion.
Yeah, Deafening Clarion.
Deafening
and
Clarion
Rex.
will do a lot of work here if he can find it.
Yeah. Also with Lava Coil you can apparently kill Flubwhoop. I missed that.
Okay. I'm
Exile.
pretty sure a pump spell could kill Fibblethip. Giant growth
Everything.
kills Fibblethip. Literally anything targeting Fibblethip kills Fibblethip.
Such an amazing card.
I'm not sure.
Fibblethip.
I'm not sure if the thought
We have the
process-
Dovin in hand, by the way, which, you know,
This needs to be the Deafening Clarion
I
turn.
think this might be the Dovin
Does
time.
he have the? He has
Oh,
the Nasa.
okay.
He
No.
needs to find the Deafening
Yeah.
Clarion right now.
He finds Sarkhan.
Jinx, you owe me a drink.
Jinx, you owe me for food.
No, I guess we're even then.
Well,
And that's how you make money, boys. That is a very aggressive opener for Mono Red, though.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Like, Felix...
I think he's gonna swing everything on Felix and just go
So,
face.
the advantage here for Felix is that the gas left in hand is only a couple of burn spells. But he needs to find Deafening Clarion and fast.
Look, another full.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if I
another
like
Fibblethip.
Lava Coil from Cyborg into the deck anymore. I'm thinking about it. I don't like it.
Well, yeah, because it's 2 mana
sorcery speed.
Sorcery speed, shuffle your Fubblethub in or kill your dragon token.
Yeah.
Like, there are matchups where Lava Coil is amazing against like the mid-rangey Sultai decks.
There
It
you
kills
go.
so many things.
So
Into another Narset, he's determined to find that Deafening
he
Clarion.
finds a veto.
Finds a veto.
That's nice. When
At least he still has another dig, but that is 4 like he runs 3 main. I'm assuming he's
the
board
mono
in
red
the
is
4th.
going shock. Takes the shock. That's
He's had 3 Narset tick downs as well as a Fubblethub draw.
I actually
Meaning
I'm
he's gone 13 cards deep and he has not been able to find.
he's throwing the veto away. So shock you. Yeah.
You, and that is it.
Yeah.
Was
so
not able to find the Clarion.
digging through the Clarion didn't fight it.
Vidar equalizing 1-1 against Felix. Mono red.
Mono red goblins.
In before I owe them both food and drinks. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
The good thing about our community is we don't keep track of that. So you know, if you're gonna owe anyone money, probably no one's ever gonna ask for it.
Getting ready for game 3. No, they seem happy with their sideboarding from the last sideboarding. I think that this is going to be interesting since Felix is going to have to be on play here. He needs to get a good start, and Vidar also needs to be getting off. I mean, Vidar went off there.
He very much did.
2 mana, 3 goblins, 2 face. But it was a bit harsh though that Felix didn't find anything from digging through. What is 6 plus 2? Like that's 9 cards. Didn't find any answer to it.
I appear to be having issue getting signal out here, but for the people who are sending their support for the El Juel award, thank you guys.
Fire Soul.
The Fire Soul. I mean, you're a Chandra fanboy. That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
Thank you guys a huge amount for that. That's genuinely wonderful.
A bracket. We have the event standing. That's what I can offer you right now. So
both of these players are 2-0 going into this matchup.
yeah.
I don't know exactly what the bracket will be.
Felix has taken a mole, it seems. Oh my god, fix the mat.
Appears to just be there.
No, solid land head. Scry. I think that was a deafening clarion on top.
That is what he wants to be finding here. So the Deafening Clarion, if you wanted to bring it up,
And he
it's a 3 mana sorcery from Guilds of Ravnica.
Yep.
Do you want to bring up Deafening Clarion?
Yep.
3 mana sorcery from Guilds of Ravnica. That gives him the choice between choose one or both, dealing 3 damage to all creatures, or giving your creatures lifelink until the end of turn. Lifelink and the board wipe, very relevant.
Yeah. So there's definitely clarion out there. And by the way, Vidar is holding an experimental frenzy.
He has
This
Frenzy in
is-
hand.
Yes, he has. This could be a very good game. So draws another land, which he wants because he is 1 away from frenzy right now. Legion Warboss comes in. This now you need to think about if you're going to play Deafening Clarion and how much beatdown you can take before actually playing it, because it does remove everything. There it goes.
Clarion cleaning up the board.
Yeah, it does
That
not.
is what Felix wants to be doing.
Yep.
Getting in with another
Warboss.
Warboss.
Wow. This is
But I think that's okay, because if I saw Lyra in hand, and if
Oh,
that
wow.
is Lyra Island, then he's in a good shape here. Lyra is not easy for the mono deck to deal
another
with.
Warboss.
Oh goodness, that is a lot of war bosses.
Oh,
It's-
was it a dire?
it's
Okay, so maybe it wasn't a
land Lyra. Okay, I think this is
5/5. Wow.
swinging it back right there. Did you say it's Direfleet Daredevil?
Yeah.
Did he
Lava?
have-
Oh, he has a lava coil. He
I don't think
dr-
that's good enough.
But if you okay.
Lyra has first strike. Lyra has first strike, and bring it up. Lyra has first strike.
Yeah, I know, but if he lava coils it
I don't think it'll matter. Lyra will. He will have to lava coil
and hop.
and another burn spell.
Yeah.
Does he have shock as well in hand?
I do not know.
Because if all Lyra has to do is connect once, and Vidar is going to have issues. Although he might be contemplating if he wants to still go land and play his 2 cards from light up the stage, double War Boss before dealing with the Lyra. But then he's running into the risk of, if Felix has another Clarion in hand, he's in real trouble.
This is an important turn right now.
Of course, being able to make... contemplating very heavily here. He has a lot of options open to him. Of course, Felix doesn't know that. Felix is just thinking, does my guy... He's going for the creature plan. Did he have... I saw Experimental Frenzy.
Yeah, I thought I saw that as well.
How many cards is that left, though? So he's going for 2 more dudes. A nice array of goblins he's gone for. Our
So,
goblin man would be
1, 2.
very impressed.
This is
I like his Chandra goblin.
of course you do.
Vidar's now my friend again.
So
In with the squad.
Yeah.
Has he missed that Lyra has first strike? Because now
He's
Felix is effectively gaining 1. I think he's missed that Lyra has first strike. Unless there's something I'm not seeing.
If he tries to lava coil now. No? Alright.
Tries to go with the pyramid. Because Felix has just gained a life there off that interaction.
Interesting.
I might be missing something.
Bams. Bams the land down there.
I suppose what he wants to do is try and neutralize the damage as much as possible, because the problem with the war boss is the tokens you make at the beginning of combat have to attack, and you're giving effectively Felix a free block with Lyra on the
Kasmina
table.
goes in, he gets to loot. Oh, he finds the Sarkhan.
He's found a Sarkhan?
Yeah, he found the Sarkhan.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of...
This looks like... Again, Lyra on her own is a
Draws
very
on that.
solid card for any deck wanting to try and deal with mono red, because they have to effectively double kill spell it, and that's then she's done her job.
That is the
That's-
experimental frenzy.
like
Um,
if you're shock lightning striking a Lyra, that's she's saved you 5 damage to the face anyway.
Look at this.
Here's
Veto.
the frenzy. Veto the frenzy. That
Very,
is-
very important right now.
yes, you do not want to give mono red more spells than they have to have.
Now Vidar has to really think about what's the next.
So the problem he's now going to run into is that he is going to make a goblin that has to attack.
And also,
He's
Felix gets 5 life.
he should be making another goblin though, I believe. At the beginning of combat, he should be making a goblin. Unless did one of the goblins... Did I miss something? I think there should be another goblin in play.
If he missed it, it's
Again, the Legion War boss is now dead anyway. But again, Felix is just gaining
he has
life.
another frenzy in hand.
Ah,
Do you see that?
that's interesting.
But
Wait.
then again, Lyra is
Is
out
that-
there.
I don't know. Maybe I'm missing it. I could have sworn I just saw Niv Mizzet. I'm not seeing Niv Mizzet on this list. Maybe I'm crazy.
Are you correct?
I'm
and
just,
there's
I'm
the
just
dragon.
used to seeing Felix play Niv Mizzets.
So right now, this is the moment of truth.
So
It's, yeah,
he's
he-
now effectively in a position where the Pyromancer can't attack
So
because
2
it
mana.
will die immediately.
Is it the lava coiling the dragon, as I talked about?
Maybe it was worth just bringing in a lava core just to hit the dragon token, and that's what he appears to be doing. But now the problem that Vidar has is
No, we had another land back there.
Felix is on 24. Felix is on 24 and he has Interplanar Beacon in play. I don't think he cares about taking damage here unless he suspects a Spectacle play. And what Spectacle play is he going to have that's really
Light
that
up the
scary?
stage.
He's letting Sarkhan die.
Here it goes.
So here's Frenzy number 2. Checking the top card. Can he play it?
No,
Apparently
we can't.
not.
Yeah, I heard that as well. We heard a judge call from.
Hopefully, I'm not sure if it's for this.
No, it's not for this.
I don't know what judge call you'd need to make right now. Apart from judge, should I keep playing against Lyra? I'm not allowed to give you outside advice. I'm not allowed to give you outside advice, but
This is looking.
I believe I am allowed to state the obvious. Lyra is wrecking face right now. Thanks, Judge.
She's doing her job.
just doing my bit.
Okay,
Vidar
so
down to 10,
but this
Felix up
but
to
this
29.
is the fun part right now. Let's see if what the frenzy can do.
And then it's land.
And
But then
yeah.
again, Vidar has
That's
a lot of mana open
Is that
right
a
now.
shock or is it the last fanatical firebrand? Oh,
He's
there you go.
taking a gamble at shocking the Lyra. Does he find another burn spell on top?
I think it was a
That-
Vishino
yeah,
pyromancer.
that was a Viashino. Viashino
Two-face.
shoots face.
Closing
mana
in.
left.
Closing in.
Hasn't played a land for the turn, so he can still flip over.
That was a lava coil. That was a lava coil.
Was that a lava
That
coil?
was.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there you go.
Found it.
And he's back in the game.
I don't think so, though. I believe 27 might be too late. But then again, that's 4 creatures on board.
And Felix has 1 card in hand.
Trades with the Goblin token.
He jump. Okay, so now it gets interesting again. Once again, we see the red deck come back.
No, I don't know how much of a combat.
That's it.
That's a Clarion.
Is it?
That is a Clarion in...
Well, do you think it's the right time to burn off the
He
Clarion
might
right
just-
now?
Like, he's on 23. He can take another hit and just
Yeah.
see how much more stuff Vidar can pump out onto the board. And he's going for that approach.
Oh wow, this could be a
I
big red turn. See if he
I
draws a
don't-
card.
I guess he's stopping an upkeep, seeing if that's an instant on top. It's not.
Draw for turn.
Draws for turn. There's a chain,
Chain whirl.
whirler.
Wow, that's
That's a chain whirler that's about to die from a deafening clarion.
yeah.
Do we have anything else that's about to die to a deafening clarion?
Oh,
The answer may surprise
Steamkin?
you. Is it
Steamkin.
a Steamkin? That's a
Oh,
lightning,
lightning
strike.
strike.
Down to 19. Felix, don't think he cares about that.
He was at 29. I'm just gonna point out that he was at 29. So Vidar has effectively reduced Felix's life total by 10. There's the land into.
He's drawing a lot of cards, but again, Felix is just in this very strong position
There
right
you go.
now. He's only going down to 13. And this is a very late
Ooh,
turn.
This is
Is
exciting.
that second Sarkhan?
Is that a Sarkhan? It's a good Sarkhan because he's gonna bring out the dragon again.
I don't believe Sarkhan... Can you bring up Sarkhan? I don't believe he gives his creatures
Oh,
haste.
wow.
Clarion cleans up the board.
For the second time.
Sarkhan makes a dragon.
Oh, this is.
I
Oh,
believe he's
I
making
really
a
enjoy
dragon.
this game.
This is really fun to watch.
All right, let's see what the
You're really seeing the
frenzy
strength
can
of the-
do. I mean, the frenzy right now is lethal.
Really seeing the strength of the Jesco Walkers here. The frenzy...
Lightning
Of
strike.
course, the thing that we're worried about is Sarkhan... Not Sarkhan. Eventually, at some point, he's going to have a
Yeah.
handful of gas and he can just blow up the experimental frenzy to play
I
and stuff.
just want to flick in and say I agree with the JV Fricke that frenzy with this amount of mana. I mean, I don't know what he has in his hand right now because he hasn't shown it for a while, but he can restock it and just there you go. 3 to the boy.
Does he find something? He's found something. Is that a chain whirler?
Is it?
Oh, that is a
wow.
well-timed chain whirler.
There you go. I'm not a mono red player. I am a mono blue player, which occasionally shifts into red. And Frenzy right now with this amount of lands, you can't argue with that. It's being very, very
Untapped. He's getting the untap though. Vidar's only on 10. It won't take much.
We needed to fair to bounce the.
We need
Frenzy.
a Fubblethub.
Oh, well, that as
We
well.
got a Fubblethub.
Do
That was
did we get a
into land,
Fubblethub?
though.
Fubblethub?
Like, Fubblethub is able to block.
Oh, this is so close right now. But Felix
That's
is
a huge
starting
amount
to.
of mana.
Oh, this is. Alright, here we go. Let's see.
Checking the top card.
That was that a
It's a land.
Okay, first land.
Are we
So if
getting
this
the
is a
second
land,
land?
was it a land? No.
It's not a land. It's something he can play, but what will it
Let's see.
be?
Vashino.
Pyromancer kills the Sarkhan.
Yeah, boy.
Shock.
Shock.
Shuffles in the Fubblethub.
That's 5 damage. No, 3 damage. Sorry. Vashino enters the battlefield. Yeah.
Vashino dodges the. Vashino dodges the.
Alright. Quick look at the hand. See if it's times to blow up the frenzy to go all out.
I think he can just do it end step. That is a real turnaround for the mono red.
Jesus Christ.
But again, it's just a deafening clarion or a cleansing nova, and then suddenly
Yeah, down 4.
this isn't
Down to
looking as
9.
clear.
He has another frenzy in hand. Wow.
That is just a pair of lands for Felix. That is
Okay, this is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 damage he's got on board. All he has to do is find a lightning strike, and Vidar's turn this around. 3, 4. Is that Chandra?
Yep. The combo wombo.
Someone said he thought he'd take Chandra out for this matchup, but just making a point.
Shock.
There's shock.
He
He needs to find 1 more damage. He can
Takes up.
exile to get the card out of the way that he doesn't want.
Oh.
Then have another look. Does he find it? Is that
3
Chain
mana
Whirler?
Chain Whirler.
He's
And
found
that's it.
Chain Whirler, and that should be lethal.
Oh,
And that is the hand
wow,
extension.
what a game.
What a turnaround from Experimental Frenzy. Vidar taking the game 2-1 against Jeskai Planeswalkers.
I mean, experiment.
Actually, wow.
Wow.
That is some. That was tight. I
He-
genuinely was
and I-
banking on that Lyra doing a lot of work there.
Yeah,
But
I always like Chandra, by the way.
I guess Mono Red just does not care if you're on 29 life when you've got Experimental Frenzy in play.
With
That was
500 lands.
with a bajillion lands, yeah.
No,
Effectively
very,
infinite
very good
effectively
game.
infinite
Wow.
mana for a Mono Red deck.
To all the players that don't like mono red, there's a lot. I have to say that my 2 best games streaming this has been 2 mono red games. With mono red going like really, really low on life total.
I mean, granted, they've been players from Westeros, so we have a little bit of a bias.
Yeah, but Vidar has been playing really, really good.
He has.
Wow.
That
Wow,
was
that was-
those were some tight plays, some very, very fortunate flips from the Experimental Frenzy.
Wow.
Chandra combined with the Experimental Frenzy to help fix your draws. Wonderful gameplay. That was some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to. I'm looking forward to going into the draft now. I believe there's going to be one. There's going to be a 1 hour break before we start going into the. There's going to be a break slot before we go into the drafting.
Yeah, because they have to rearrange.
Because there has to be rearrangements and they have to eat lunch because it's 1 o'clock and there are some hungry Magic players out there.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna take a quick break.
We are going to take that hour-long break. There's going to be some gameplay. Huh? 20 past 2. So about 20 past 2 is when we're going to be rolling. So about an hour and
Should we
20
get a talk?
minutes. we are going to bring you coverage of War of the Spark Limited.
And we are
I
so
hope-
excited for that.
I'm very, very excited. These have been some really, really tight rounds of Standard, and I hope that we get to see you there.
Men annars så känns det nog ganska bra, tror jag. Jag tror mina odds är ganska bra. Ja. Jag tänker spela mitt bästa, ta det match för match och se hur det går. Typ.
Grattis, bra match!
Ja, tjena, jag heter Marcus och jag har precis vunnit svenska mästerskaperna i modern. Så jag kan inte mig som svensk mästare, känns lite häftigt. Och i sista finalen nu så mötte jag Love Rask som spelade blåvitt kontroll. Det var rätt så jämna games ändå. Både game 1 och game 3 så låg han på ett liv rätt länge så här liksom. Jag bara så här, speciellt game 1 så här hade jag typ så här 5 turer på mig att dra liksom en brännspel så hade jag dödat honom liksom. Med dueländer och jag tror Searing Blaze, den är inte så bra. Jag har varit på Lincon kanske 3 eller 4 gånger innan. Men det var innan jag flyttade hit. Nu bor jag ju här, men innan så bodde jag uppvuxen i Falköping och så åkte jag hit med polare då. Men nu bor jag här, så hemmaplan liksom, det är nice. Och stora turneringar. Jag har faktiskt vunnit en stor tur innan, så jag är rätt nöjd. Jag vann den sista PT-kuren vi hade i Sverige. Vann jag i Göteborg. Då är jag nöjd. Ja, jag har sett också många blåvittkontroller. Jag mötte i blåvittkontroller i finalen och i semin. Och det har gått rätt så bra än så länge mot semin. Jag mötte i blåvittkontroll i sista rundan, liksom winner in. Så jag behövde vinna liksom, sista rundan. Mötte jag blåvitt. Samma person som jag mötte i sista rundan och vann jag mot i semin. Så, och det är folk som pratar om att det varit en del bränn. Har det nog varit, tror jag. Det har jag inte mött däremot. Men alltså, jag har mött väldigt mycket blandade lekar. Allt möjligt. Alltså mina 2 förluster var ju i Svissen, var ju mot UR Phoenix. Det var rätt så jämna games där liksom, de kunde gått lite hur som helst. Jag var duktig spelare också. Så.
Tar du kort? Frödebridge. Jag får lägga en gubbe från min hand till spelet och den får haste. Och den sackas i slutet av turen då. Så jag drar ut en titan och den triggas. Den får en extra grund.
Det som hände, det var att det var en jättekonstig regelfråga. Jag spelar en lek som går runt Nexus of Fate. Som, man får en extra tur, blanda in den i leken om den skulle hamna i graven. Så det är en replacement-effekt. Och min motståndare körde mill, så han vill ju sätta hela min lek i graven. Och eftersom att han inte kan milla bort Nexus of Fate och den alltid blandas in, så har han ingen Lincon. Så det blev så att vi fick stå och vänta på en judge call. Eftersom att ingen hade någon Lincon, för han hade surgicallat bort min Lincon. Och då kommer vi fram till att det enda sättet att avsluta den här matchen, det var att vi satt och gjorde ingenting i typ 45 minuter. Drog ett varsitt kort, passade turen och sen att jag hade vunnit på draw för att jag kan inte milla ut mig.
Så länge du inte försöker med flit att dra ut på tiden, det är det som är det viktiga. Nej. Så du får om du vill sitta och spela och sen discarda, men däremot då måste du göra det inom en rimlig tidsram.
Jag tycker alltid det är kul att det händer någonting annorlunda än vad det brukar göra. Men det är ju tråkigt att man inte kan spela en rättvis match. Sen att jag spelar den här leken som inte är jätterättvis är en annan grej. Men jag tycker det är roligt att spela dumma lekar. Jag har ju en liten under the radar-lek. Det är nog ingen som förväntar sig att möta den, så det är bra. Det är inte den bästa topp 10-leken, men jag tror att chanserna är bra. Ligger 3-1 nu, så det aggro vill jag inte möta. Det är det enda jag säger.
Jag spelar Amulet Titan, så med hjälp av Amulet och Vigor så spelar jag bounce-länder så de tappar upp när de kommer i spel och får mana väldigt snabbt och ska då snabbt trampa in i en Primeval Titan och anfalla och förhoppningsvis döda motståndaren så snabbt som möjligt. Ja, jag mötte från första gamet. Jag keepar lite länder, försöker rampa upp, få min egen mana upp, bygga upp den. Men när han får ut karn på runda 3 och börjar skjuta ner mina saker. Jag lyckas. Jag blir inte jättedöd direkt, men jag vet ju att det kommer inte se så bra ut. Jag måste få ut min egen Titan då. Men han hittar bara fler och fler threats så jag kommer inte igenom. Jag testar att ta in lite counterspells. Jag tar in Reclamation Sage och försöker sakta ner honom lite. Men samtidigt då att göra min egna gameplan för att jag kan vara snabbare än honom om jag väl får igång mitt. Än så länge ligger jag 1-3. Jag har inte gått jättebra än så länge. Jag har vunnit en så att man har ju lite hopes där, men just nu spelar jag med bara för att det är kul, lär mig leken. Jag har inte spelat leken jättelänge än, så att man måste ju lära sig alla lines och bli bättre på den helt enkelt.
Ja, hittills har jag gått 2-2-1 och senaste matchen förlorade jag mot Humans. Och jag spelar ju kontroll och han har ju 4 Cavern of Souls. Så sista duellen så la han Cavern of Souls, Cavern of Souls, Cavern of Souls och alla på Human. Och sen la han in på Illusion också och låste ner mig med Meddling Mage. Så jag kunde inte spela någonting jag hade på handen. Det var 3 Meddling Mage i spel på alla mina nyckelkort. Och framöver om jag möter Human så får jag väl koncentrera mig på att försöka ta bort gubbarna, creaturerna, och inte så mycket på deras andra grejer som de har. Jag har ju varit här ett par gånger. Det har inte gått så jättebra något år då, men det är kul att få möta lite mer spelare än bara det lokala metat. Och få lite mer erfarenhet så att säga.
Jag spelar blåvit kontroll. Det har gått bra. Just nu är jag 4-1. Har förlorat bara mot Blue Moon. Men jag känner mig nöjd med leken och börjar komma in i lite flow typ. Nu mötte jag Spirits. Det gick bra. Jag fick dra mina boardwipes. Och de blev inte spelkvällade. Typ. Så det gick bra. Det verkar vara mycket kontroll här. Och jag har inte kört mirrorn så mycket. Så jag är lite nervös för det. Men ja, jag vet inte riktigt. Humans är lite läskiga att möta också. Men annars så känns det nog ganska bra tror jag. Jag tror mina odds är ganska bra. Ja. Jag tänker spela mitt bästa, ta det match för match och se hur det går. Typ.
Grattis, bra match!
Ja, tjenare, jag heter Marcus och jag har precis vunnit svenska mästerskaperna i modern. Så jag kan titula mig som svensk mästare. Känns lite häftigt. Och i sista finalen nu så mötte jag Love Rask som spelade blåvitt kontroll. Det var rätt så jämna games ändå. Både game 1 och game 3 så låg han på ett liv rätt länge så här liksom. Jag bara så här, speciellt game 1 så här hade jag typ så här 5 turer på mig att dra liksom en brännspel så hade jag dödat honom liksom. Med dueländer och jag tror Searing Blaze, den är inte så bra. Jag har varit på Lincon kanske 3 eller 4 gånger innan. Men det var innan jag flyttade hit. Nu bor jag ju här, men innan så bodde jag uppvuxen i Falköping och så åkte jag hit med polare då. Men nu bor jag här, så hemmaplan liksom, det är nice. Och stora turneringar. Jag har faktiskt vunnit en stor tur innan, så jag är rätt nöjd. Jag vann